Hello and good afternoon. This is Ruth Pasolo from Curbal.com, and today I'm going to show you how to create KPIs in Power BI. I'm going to show you another way because I've already shown you a few. This one I read from Casper on BI blog, and it is quite cool. So let's do it. Chit chat at the end, by the way. Okay, so here we are on Casper on BI blog. He's a Microsoft employee, and he mentioned that he saw on the Power BI community somebody that was using SVG to create a KPI. And he showed us here on the blog post how it is done. Also here on the Power BI community blog is shown, of course. But what they are using is something called SVG. And I have here, I think these W3 schools are quite cool because they explain things very easily. So they say here SVG stands for Scalable Vector Graphics. Okay, so for example, you have icons that are scalable. That means that they are SVGs often. And here they have an example. Let's say, okay, this is an example on SVG. Let's try it. You click on there, you will get a link to this tutorial. And here it says, this is my first SVG. This is HTML code, you don't have to worry. This is the title that you see in there. And then this is the actual SVG code. And it says width and height of the canvas where this SVG will be drawn. And then here we have stroke, which is the green line. Green, let's change it to blue. So you see how it does. Run. And now we have it blue. Let's change the field blue too. So we get a blue dot, you can see. And then we can make it bigger. So you can do all kinds of, now you need to make the, I don't know how big the canvas bigger because otherwise it doesn't get any place. Probably needs to be even bigger. But you get an idea, right? So you have some parameters and then you have to put them in and it will allow you to create different vectors, visuals. So here they have example for circle, you see there, ellipse, polygon, and he is actually using, you will see it here, he's using the polygon and he's using the, what is it? Circle, here it is the circle, okay? And then at the end, you have the possibility to download the workbook. I'm going to put the link here so you can come here and download it, okay? But I have it open here in Power BI. So how does this work? What you will see is that there is names and sales. This is those two columns. And then there is a measure called KPI that generates the images and displays them. So the code is, this is the SVG thing that you saw on, let me show you. If we get a circle, I think this was the circle, right? So you see that the code is the same, but what he did is that he put parameters or variables in this case so you can actually change the variables here to change the properties here instead of you actually having to go like he did in here, go into the actual code and fill it in. So for example, here it says for SVG neutral, which is the yellow dot, here it says color yellow. If I go here and I write blue, it'll change it blue. You could actually have written it here, it also works, right? But he made it easier to change just on this one as an example and put the parameters there. You could do it with this one and that one too. So SVG up is the green dot, you can see it, polygon is making a triangle and then fill green, and then down is the same one but fill red. So there you have it. So it's quite cool. So how do you generate one? Let's do one example, because I thought it was quite cool that you could have text. So you can have a text as SVG, and you can write whatever you want. So you write it there. Power BI is awesome. Run, and then you will write it. Okay. So this could be quite cool to make some. Let me show you. So we have, let's see, we have the text in there. And this is what we need. Go back to Power BI. And we're going to add a new variable to this thing. So we have one for neutral, one for up, one for down, and we're going to create one for SVG text. So this is going to generate a text based on some sales data. The first thing we need to do is to add this first line. What this first line does is basically it embeds the image in Power BI. I have a video on how to embed images in Power BI, so I'll link down below so you can have it too, okay? But that is all that is doing. The next thing that we need is the code that we just pasted. So Shift Enter, and then Tab. Oh, we don't have it anymore. Let's go and grab it. This is the one that we want. So now we need to put that like that. And he's actually referencing to the, we can do the same actually. It's just, I'm guessing it's just for reference. I don't know if it's needed actually. We could check that. I don't know if, let's do it exactly the same. So now we have the coordinates, the height, and the width. And then we need to have that. And why is it? It's because it's missing something. What is it missing? Oh yeah, I know. So this should be that one. And the same there. Okay. Next line, tab. And now we need to close that one. Let's see what I'm missing. I am guessing that, okay, this one needs to be either. So this we don't need. And Shift Enter. So now we have a SVG text. So we can say, let's change that text, and the text will be goal and here it will be text. So look, how cool is that? It is actually given as text. Hate 20. So if we make these 100, we will see the entire text. And as you can see, this is quite cool actually, because depending on the value, you could actually leave some text. Like, I don't know if you use a hospital, so if the value of the blood sample is below, call the patient, he needs to take his meds immediately. Or, I don't know, it could be just about anything. If the budget goes over $100,000 over, just call your manager. It could be just absolutely anything. So you can give them now a note and say, oh, do this. So you can have up and downs and messages using SVG. Okay, so what do you think about this SVG thing? Quite useful, right? So we have David that has created sparklines using SVGs. Go there and check him out. And then we have Chris that has actually created sparklines using Google Charts, which is going to be deprecated. You can read that on his blog post, but it still is quite a cool feature. Both blogs are down below, so you can just go there and check them out. Really, really neat features, right? So have you used SVGs? Let me know in the comment box. And I'll see you again on Friday. So until then, take care. Bye.